All right, Zatima fans, hope everybody's doing well. Let me just say up front, aside from the return date of Sistas, everything regarding the release date of Zatima is pure speculation on my part. According to a recent, and I mean a few hours ago, TV Line dropped this article and said that they had the exclusive information that Sistas Season 4B, aka Sistas episodes 12 through 22, would begin on June 29th, a 14-week or basically about 2.5 month, or wait, how many weeks are in a month? 3.5 month hiatus for Sistas. I know a lot of fans are going to be ticked off, but I did the math. If the show truly does come back June 29th, then that means it would run from June 29th to September 7th. That will be the back half of season 4 of Sistas, which is interesting because we might just get one season of the show this year compared to last year where we got 2 of them. Now, what does this mean for Zatima? Now, I chalked it up to either 2 things. Option 1, Zatima, which is only 10 episodes, by the way. Zatima on BET Plus, not BET. The series will either begin uploading to BET Plus during this extended hiatus of Sistas, or it won't be made available until after season 4 of Sistas comes to a close. Now, let's talk about the worst case scenario. Now, in my opinion, based on the episode synopsis, just the kind of setup of everything, because of what in last week's episode of Sistas, I believe Will, the name of the contractor who was telling Fatima about Zach getting arrested and everything, perhaps he was the key. He said, "Oh yeah, the way at the rate we're working, he should be able to move in this weekend." It wouldn't make a lot of sense to me. It really depends on the mid-season finale. It depends on this week's episode of Sistas and how things play out. But I think I would hope Tyler Perry saw the chaos that has ensued due to the fact that Ruthless is the spinoff show of The Oval, and it's still connected to the main story, if you want to call it that. I mean, Barry and Callie, that's kind of been like pushed to the sidelines, everything else considering. But the biggest thing about the Ruthless continuity is Tally still being in the compound. She recently escaped, and that's a whole nother bag of worms, but that's neither here nor there. But Zatima, in that series, Zach's place is already going to be established and whatnot. Now, here's the thing. If Zatima does not begin airing on BET Plus or being available to stream on BET Plus until after season 4 of Sistas, here's how I think it might go. This is just my theory. Now, if the finale of season 4 is on September 7th, which is a Wednesday, the following day, September the 8th, which seems to be the, day for any Tyler Perry show on BET Plus to stream, Ruthless, all on Thursdays. That would actually make perfect sense, depending on how the finale of season 4 is written. If season 4 of Sistas has that moment where Fatima and Zach start to move in together, or Fatima, agrees because, the place is all fixed up and now we start moving in. I don't know. Look, I have no idea what day of the week it is on Sistas. I could not tell you. I just know that the guys, Will said, hey, he can start moving in this weekend. That's it. I don't know. I get these days confused. I don't know when it's a work day, when it's a day that it's the weekend and they just go out clubbing. I don't know. But I will say this. If Zatima does the trend where, Tyler will have the first 3 episodes available on the first day of the season, that would mean episodes 1 through 3 of Zatima will be on BET Plus September the 8th. Then episodes 4 through 10, uploading 1 episode per week, would run from September 15th through October 7th. So just to break it down, if Zatima actually became available as soon as Sistas Season 4 came to a close. It would be posted from September the 8th through October 27th. And that's assuming that they would put up the first 3 episodes in the first week, as opposed to just 1 per week. It is a 10-episode show, so I have no idea how he's going to do it. But regardless, it's just my theory. On the other hand, what if the show actually started streaming during the hiatus of Season 4 of Sistas, which I said is 14 weeks. That's 3 months and some change. I know a lot of fans, myself included, will be excited, but that would lead to a whole lot of questions. Okay, so if you're telling me that Zatima has these two living together, then does that mean the events of Zatima take place in between the hiatus of Sistas Season 4A and Sistas Season 4B? How many days will pass in the show? You know I'm going to calculate that. I know there's other fans who will do that as well. But I think it would lead to a lot of confusion. Based on the events of Sistas Season 4 so far, and the Zatima information, it does seem like its own self-contained story, but there are some elements from Sistas that will actually come into the Zatima series. Not to mention, Zatima seems to be, hey, let's look at the life of Zach and Fatima when they're not dealing with the, drama of the main women of Sistas, whether it be Karen or Danny or whoever else. We're just looking at these characters here. So the thing is, when Sistas Season 4B starts in late June, would Zach and Fatima already be living in their new house? Will it already be, fixed up? Because it wouldn't make sense if Zatima aired between, the middle of March and the month of June, whenever it would fit in between the hiatus. And we get back and Zach's place is still being renovated. It's like, wait, what's going on here? I just know, as a person who loves continuity and all, it would confuse the hell out of me. And I don't think it would make a lot of sense to have the series air during the hiatus, because I feel like in some ways it would spoil some of the plot twists during the back half of Season 4. For example, Karen receives troublesome news, which is allegedly from the doctor, in episode 13 of Season 4. So that wouldn't air until July 13th. But imagine if Zatima came out in, let's say sometime in April or May. It's mentioned, oh, well, Zach, at least you don't have to worry about a baby by Karen. Basically spoiling that, wait, this baby isn't Zach's, or perhaps Karen isn't pregnant at all. I'm overthinking it, but this is you know how I do on this channel. So I guess, you know what, not to really overcomplicate things too much, because I feel like I can go on for another 20 minutes. I want to ask you the question. Do you think that the Zatima series will air or become available on BET Plus during the hiatus of Season 4? Or will Tyler hold it until the end of the year after Season 4 has come to a close? I'm leaning more towards that, because it makes more sense to have. I would love it that way. I know a lot of fans would hate to see it, but I don't think it would make sense to have this long of a Sistas hiatus and undercut the tension by giving us the Zatima series, because, oh man, stuff does not look good for Zach and Fatima in the mid-season. So to have this happy-go-lucky spinoff where there is, drama will be there, I think would take away from the talking points where people will use the hiatus to talk about Sistas and miss the show, and then it comes back in June and it's like, oh, this is going to be great. Not to mention, look at it this way, if we're only getting 1 season of Sistas this year instead of 2, I think that he's going to hold Zatima until after Season 4. That way it would fill in the gap between Season 4 and Season 5, which I don't think will air until sometime in January. So those are just my quick thoughts. in a 10-minute video, but let me know your thoughts. I know a lot more people will vote for, hey, I want Zatima to come on during this hiatus because I can't last no 3 months without Sistas. You need to give me something, Tyler Perry. Or do you feel like, yeah, I think it would make more sense for it to wait until the ending of season 4? But only time will tell. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some kind of teaser or date this week after the mid-season. We'll find out soon enough. But thanks so much for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe and hit the bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel.